after we show you this, we're going to also discuss marketing trends, what's hot, and whatnot. But first, before we get into this, Nick is going to give you a quick demonstration on Vigniter. I'll let you know that on this webinar, we don't have a lot of time to address any questions. I know some people will be raising their hands through the Zoom app. We're not going to address that here, unfortunately, but if you will, jump on Vigniter in the back office and click on support and fill out an email, and we'll get back to you on anything that you have questions on. Additionally, you can also email training@vigniter.com, and we'll make sure that your concerns and questions are addressed appropriately. So a couple of quick updates on our traffic side for those of you who are a part of the first 1,000.
I'm excited about this.
Yes, yeah, we basically we'll be starting traffic next week. We're shooting for the 10th. Yep.
Visitors.
Yes.
Your pages. You have.
So I want everyone to know that we're going to start small. Obviously, it's kind of the appropriate way to start driving traffic when you are in the process of setting up campaigns and setting up traffic. You want to start small. You want to test it. You want to make sure you have everything in line with what's going to have the best performance, because it does cost money. There is a lot of money that goes behind buying traffic and delivering this type of traffic to you. So I don't want to set the expectation that you're going to wake up one day and all of a sudden you're going to have 100 people to talk to. It's going to start a lot smaller than that. So just know that you'll have tracks, you'll have traffic, you'll have clicks, and that'll increment as we find things that are working. We're going to target all of the products with the SEO. So it'll be a slow progression to hopefully a lot of great things for you.
Yes, another point on that is we've also extended this offer. So for those of you that are wanting to get in on this traffic, if you've been kind of on the fence about Pro or whatever the case may be, it's a good time to upgrade because at that point you'll be able to take advantage of that traffic. And like I said, we've extended that out for you so that you can be part of that as well. We definitely want to see you take advantage of getting people to your pages that you don't know that are coming from professional advertising campaigns to drive them to your pages. So please, if you haven't already, definitely consider that upgrade. Again, I really want you to be able to take advantage of that traffic. It's a huge opportunity. So excited.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yes, if you're not pro and you want to be pro, go ahead and do it now because we have traffic coming. And then also we have great new social media images coming and lots of cool stuff. So those should be great reasons to do so. If not, you also, for the free users, we have new images coming as well. So you'll have new stuff to come out there in a post to get people excited about the VKit page. So I hope that gets everyone excited. Nick, I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to you. Let me just close this down, and I'm going to...
Let me click the button here, I think, actually. I'll be able to grab it in just a moment. Okay. Nice. I think that may have worked. Sorry, guys. I've got a few screen share things going on my Mac here that I'll take care of for us briefly so we can have an uninterrupted presentation. Okay, Bronson, you tell me, can you see the Vigniter back office screen?
Looks like I can, yes. Yes.
Perfect. Awesome. Excellent. So again, in our last presentation, we kind of went through at a super high speed. We went through every single link and we said, okay, here's all the different areas. And thank you so much to those of you that responded so positively to the previous presentation. If you haven't checked it out, you probably should, just to get an idea of what's going on. As always, the support tab is here for you if you have any questions or any issues that you need to look at. And since then, we've had a lot of positive people telling us about different things that they've done with the Vigniter platform in terms of sharing their pages and seeing results or seeing leads come through or seeing orders come through. It's so exciting to be able to see the product as it continues moving forward. And it's even more exciting to hear the impact that it has on you and your Vistail business. So again, just please, we can't ever have too much feedback or too much information, or certainly not too many success stories for what's happening. So please continue to share that with us, and thank you. Because of those stories and because of some of the things that we think are important, this whole system is very important, but we thought it would be important to show you a demonstration of the social media page and get an idea of how this actually works from the perspective of somebody that is coming to your Facebook page or your Twitter account or wherever it is that you're posting, so that you can see this is the experience that they'll go through. We did do some of this demonstration, again, very quickly on stage at the Viseo convention. But it is something that I think is worth reviewing here so that we can be able to get into it in a little bit more in depth. So without further ado, let's jump into the presentation. So as we come down here, we have, again, this is in your social media tab. I've just clicked this here in the back office, in the Vigniter back office, and I have the image posts section. So as a reminder, those of you that are our free users have this excellent series of VKit images. You can click on any picture and it'll give you kind of a preview of what that picture is, so that you'll be able to get an example of what you have. For those of you that are pro users, you'll have more images available. As you can see, each image is very specifically designed for the specific landing page. Now, we use that term a lot, landing page. What does that mean? That can be confusing for some people. A landing page is a specific page that has been designed so that someone reads some sort of an advertisement or an article or a testimonial or a Facebook post, something that they read and they click on it, and when they click on it, they come to a page that has been optimized for conversion. And by conversion, we mean some sort of buying event. So it's been optimized to get people to order, to fill out the form, and it's a very specific type of page for them to land on. So what's important is above each one of these images, you'll actually see the landing page that that user is going to come to, okay? So this is an actual web page for each one of these images that you would share. So when I click on this VTalks image, I'm going to come to this VTalks landing page. So let me show that to you now, and then I'll circle back and review the landing pages section as well, so you can see what each one of these would be. So, Bronson, any particular product that you want me to share here on the Vigniter Demo Facebook account?
Well, we could just go through with the VKit page. I think everyone will have that page regardless of their status. So I think that would make sense.
Okay, sounds good. Let me go ahead and share this one here. So the first thing I did, just so that you didn't miss that, again, I clicked the share button right here. You also have the ability to copy the link and just copy this, or you can click copy link here either way. And once you do, you'll be able to copy that link and share it wherever you would like as well. But I'm just going to use the basic share version that's here in the back office. We have all of these different social networks available to you. Now, the Facebook network is the network that we are prepared to demo today, but you do have the ability with any of these buttons, for example, to share on Pinterest or Instagram or Twitter. Whatever it is that you want to share, you're going to be able to share on. Excuse me, I misspoke. LinkedIn, that is not Instagram. Instagram's controlled a little bit differently in how it works, but you'll need to copy the link to be able to move that forward. So I'm going to click on the Facebook link here. All right, now if you're already logged into Facebook, you'll have your Facebook profile right here. So this is a special profile that we've created for our Vigniter system to be able to show this to you today. Now, as Bronson demonstrated last week, it's very important to customize any messages that you're going to share on your timeline. So I'm just going to keep this very simple for our demo, but I do want you to put some time and effort and thought into anything that you're going to share. Remember, people and your friends and your network are going to be reading this information, and they want it to be personal and meaningful for you. So I'll simply say something like, I love Viseo. I am so excited for all of their products, and this new kit that they have is a way for you to try some of my favorites. I don't want to sound salesy, but if you've been looking to improve your health, this is a great chance to take part in something that has meant a great deal to me. Okay. Now, this may sound boring to some of you, but I am a tech person. Be kind. This is something that is actually sounds very much in my voice. It's something that I probably would say in real life. So I go ahead and I click Post to Facebook. Okay. Now, this is very, very simple. Once it's been posted to Facebook, I come here to my Facebook And I'm going to go ahead and refresh it so that I can see my post. Okay. So here on Facebook, if you're familiar with Facebook, this should look very familiar. You have our posts here, and you'll see that the image was shared with the text that I wrote. Okay. Now, what's very, very important is, as you notice, that there's a link, and it's down here in the left-hand corner. If I move my mouse, I'm going to lose it, but it says vkit.vigniter.com, and it's got a whole bunch of information that will track if somebody clicks on this link. And when they do, they're going to come to the VKit landing page. Okay, now I use that word again. Landing page is a website that has been designed for conversion. And so someone clicks on the link and they come into the landing page. Now this page is beautiful. There is so much we could talk about here, and I wish we had more time about the product, about what it is. Please read these pages. Please get to know them. You'll find so much value and so much content here available to you about the ingredients and about things important to the product and why it should matter. So somebody would be reading this information and they would say, you know, this is something that I'm interested in. So what they'll do is they'll go ahead and they'll enter in their information here. Now, again, some of you may have seen this when we did this briefly at the Viseo convention, but we've had enough questions about how the system works and about how landing pages and things work that we wanted to address it today. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a fake address, fake information here. I will put in a real city and state. This is only available in the US and Canada at this time. And I'm going to say, rush my kit. Now, what happens at this stage is that actually our system is talking to a few different systems. Essentially, it is putting a lead in the Vigniter back office that is now immediately available to you. It'll also send you a text message if you have your phone number in the Vigniter back office, letting you know that someone has filled out the first form on the VKit page and know what product it is that they are interested in, and literally be able to watch as they are purchasing this product if that's something they decide to do. Now, at this point in our demonstration, we now have multiple paths the user can go down. The first path is going to present some form of a sample kit with a sample price. Now, these prices are different depending on which landing page the user is on. Since this is one Eternal, one V Slim, one V3, and one Core Complete, they can get samples of each of these all together in a sample package for the low price of $14.95, which is a very, very good deal. Now, believe it or not, even at this stage, there are people that know enough about the product or are interested enough in the product that they're ready to make a buying decision. And so they can actually select any of these options. And what happens is we communicate with the Viseo back office based on the address they entered in previously. We calculate shipping and tax, and they get a total here based upon the product that they've selected. And so you can get orders that would be coming in for a specific product right here on the page. Here, they have the ability to edit the address so that they can ship it to a different place than they already had entered previously if necessary. And then they can also enter in their credit card. Now, once they enter in their credit card, a payment will be processed for any of these dollar amounts based on whatever it is that they have selected. We're not going to proceed here because this is a real page. They would need to enter the credit card and agree to the terms for this to actually be processed. But after this, the user will have an opportunity based upon the product they selected here to possibly get some sort of what we would refer to in the digital marketing industry as an upsell. An upsell, again, that's a jargon word, but what it means is it's an additional buying opportunity right at checkout. Think something similar to you're sitting in front of the cashier, you've made a payment, and she says, hey, would you like to donate to charity? And you say yes or no. It's a very simple question, and if it's yes, you're going to add some additional dollars onto the transaction. The upsell path is different, but many upsells would be if you bought a sample pack, you might have an opportunity to get the full 30-day supply of the product. If you bought a full 30-day supply of the product, well, what would you feel if we asked you to have this on some sort of a subscription basis? Again, very simple questions that the user can either answer yes or no to customize their order. Every step of the way, you have the opportunity not just for an engagement, as if this was some sort of a relationship, but you also have the acceleration of that relationship if the user or the visitor to your page decides to do so. All of this, again, is tracked in your Vigniter back office, and we have trained briefly on some of that tracking with our lead management system. We'll probably do some other training on that in depth. But we wanted to show you this page, and again, help you understand this is what a landing page is. There's nothing else you can do here. You're going to fill out the form and move forward, or you're going to abandon. And we track everything all along the way so that you have the ability to engage further with people that are visiting these pages. And if you've upgraded to Pro starting next week, people that will be visiting your pages from campaigns that we are going to help facilitate for you. So that's what's happening with landing pages. Now, briefly before we end the demonstration here, we did want to show you the landing pages that you have available to you as well. I'm going to go through them quickly, but I want you to see how to get to those pages. Now you can see there's a link here. There's information about what each page is. But for your specific pages, if you come in here to the landing page area, if you are a free user, you'll see the VKit link, and you'll be able to grab that by simply copying the link here, or you can view the live page, okay? And I'm going to show you, if you click View Live Page, what would happen is you'll actually see the full live page, okay? And that's your special link that will track everything for you in your back office. You can give that out to people that you are meeting with in a belly-to-belly interaction. You can be able to use this in any way that you'd like to in your marketing and have that optimized experience. And for those of you that are pro users, again, you'll have a full page available to you for each individual product. And this is so critical. Many people begin engaging with the Viseo brand because of one very specific testimonial or experience they hear with a specific product. I can think for the neuro product, last week, Bronson sharing some of the things that he's experienced as a result of this product with some of the things he's dealt with ADD. And that meant something to me. And that's something that if I'm experiencing that issue, yeah, there's lots of products, but I might want to hear all about neuro. And so as you're engaging with people, be very sensitive to that maybe you might be able to introduce them to a specific product and be able to say, hey, I know you've been having issues with sleep. Look, I understand that that's a problem. That's something that you've had challenges with. Honestly, this is something that might be of benefit for you. And you can get a free sample to try it. All you have to do is pay shipping. If that's something that you're interested in, here's my page. Please go there. Please visit and let me know, and I'm happy to follow up with you more on it. You know, it's an opportunity to really make that engagement and really make it meaningful on each product. And so these templates are very different for each one. They have some very important conversion components. And I wish I could spend more time with you on some of the details on some of these pages and why it is important, why it matters, why the animations do what they're doing. Let me simply suffice it to say that Bronson and his work is incredible. I started my career with Bronson analyzing some of his work, and he outperformed every designer that we had that was creating these landing pages. And so that's what we wanted to show you. So again, review. Landing page, what is that? A landing page is a website that is designed for conversion, and usually that is going to come from some source of traffic. What is that? That's somebody that is visiting your page because they saw a post or an advertisement or something that was linking to your landing page, to your website for conversion. And where are the landing pages in your back office? You have links to all of them if you are a pro user. If you are a free user, you have the VKit page. And the social media posts are there and very easy. You click share, Facebook, and now the link automatically goes out on your landing page with your own personal spin on it. And we're going to take it from here, and Bronson's going to show you some more techniques where you can create your own content and link right back to this landing page. So hopefully this helps clear things up for you. This link up here, right here, that's your landing page link, and you can get there very simply by clicking landing page and then copying the link right here, and you can see what it looks like by clicking view live page. Bronson, I know even then it still feels fast, doesn't it? We do so much here.
Yeah.
But does that seem like it was pretty thorough? Is there anything else that I need to go through?
Yeah, I think what we're looking for is just a quick overview for those who don't know Vigniter, what it is, what it does. It is very kind of brief because that's not all it does. It is the primary core of, I think, what gets people excited is social media images, what to put online, and then also wonderful landing pages to get people to make easy purchase decisions and become customers. And then our system does things beyond that. If you are working with Vigniter, you know that there's things like text follow-up, there's things like email follow-up. When you were showing that order page and you saw the multiple options to buy, well, we have emails that go out to some of these people. So if they fill out a form and they didn't buy, or if they did buy, there's going to be an email link, email that goes out, and inside that email there's a link that basically takes them back to that checkout page so they can actually make that purchase right then and there. So you might have someone that was on the fence and they bailed, and then that email is a trigger to get them to come back and purchase. So we're trying to get them to basically follow that funnel, and that funnel is ultimately a purchase. The next thing we really want to help facilitate is more conversations.
Yes.
And by doing so, we open the door to more purchases, more personal relationships, and ultimately more brand partners. And there are several ways that we do that on our system, but that at some point you've got to take over as a brand partner and really grow your business. And I think that kind of leads into some of the conversation points that I'm going to have here. One of those points is messaging and communication, and how important that's becoming, and how effective that's becoming, and how we can help you kind of show you how you can utilize that to basically benefit your growth. So yes, I think that's it in a nutshell on that side. I wanted to be brief because some people may not know Vigniter and they just want to know more about it, and hopefully to give them a quick insight. But I don't want to take up too much time because I definitely want to jump into some more exciting stuff for those who are using it. Hopefully you haven't fallen asleep yet because you've probably already know all of this that we've discussed. But some people are new. We want to give them information too, and then move on to some marketing stuff. It's basically some tools to put in your toolbox to help you just do more and to have more exposure out there. And so if you are new to Vigniter, hopefully that gives you a good insight. And now we're going to get into some cool marketing stuff. If we don't have anything further on that side, I'd like to just jump into it.
Yeah, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and have you go forward, Bronson. Okay. If you want to take the screen share from here.
Yes. Let's see.
I tried to pass it to you, but it looks like my Mac's not going to cooperate on me. So
I think I'll do it. Here we go. Let's try this. Tell me if you can see my screen now.
I can see your screen. It looks like you're on the same page I was, on the landing pages in your Vigniter back office.
Yes, it was sitting up there. So, all right, I'll just kick over to this PowerPoint presentation again so we can start talking about maximizing your online marketing. So there's a lot to consider here. A lot of people have said, hey, I put my links out there and I'm not getting as many leads as I think I should. Others have said, it's working great. But it's like any sales campaign. If you've ever been in sales, obviously a lot of you have, it's a numbers game. It really is a matter of a few things. Number one, is it targeted? Are you just casting a wide net by putting it out to the world, or are you very targeted in your approach? And in most cases, if you're posting to your wall, you're posting to your timeline or Facebook pages, it's pretty wide net you're casting there. So it's going to take a lot of clicks. You think of it as fishing in a wide ocean with a small lure. You're not going to be as effective as if you're fishing in a small pond with an effective lure. And to me, what it comes down to is more traffic, more visits, more visibility, and obviously more targeted as well. And then from there, it's those relationships, it's communicating. So a couple of things to consider, though, that most people don't consider. One of those is the best time to post. A lot of times people don't think about this. They just get an idea or they have an image or they share it and they just want to post it and they want to share it. And so they do so. But they really don't understand that there's probably some effect in your timing. And so there's some interesting things to consider when you're posting as far as your when you're posting through a few different networks. Facebook has different times that are better to post than Instagram as well as Twitter. So it's kind of interesting to see. But if you look at this chart here, this is kind of a global engagement from lowest to highest engagement times from a company called Sprout Social. So if you look at this chart here, you can see that posting on a Sunday at 12 a.m. is not going to get you anywhere. And posting on a Thursday between 1 and 2, according to this color code, you're going to have a lot higher chance and more engagement. It's typical. It's not always the case, but it's kind of a good guideline to follow. Kind of consider when we're posting and when that's going out, because you are going to have times that are better received. Sometimes I put posts out there and it didn't have a lot of traction, but I thought it was a great post. And sometimes you wonder why. I think it could be related to the timing of it. If it's during a busy time when people are just not engaged in social media, it's not going to be as effective as a time when people generally are. So one thing to consider, it's interesting, I thought to put that up here for you to look at. So it looks like noon and 2 p.m. on Wednesday and 1 to 2 p.m. on Thursday are the most engaged times on Facebook. Good to know. Saturday is the least engaged day of the week. It's interesting. Sometimes I'm on Facebook on Saturday, but as a general rule, that's some information. Instagram is a little different. Similar on Thursdays. Seems like that Thursday is a good time to post, but it is a little different. If you look at the two side by side, you can kind of see that it seems like Instagram gets more visibility towards the middle of the week, but it also spreads out. So side by side, it's interesting to look at that. And then Twitter is oddly different as well. It seems like the best days are typically Fridays, 8 to 10 a.m. So that's the best. They say the safest time to post tweets are every day from 10 a.m. to noon, however. So very interesting to consider. So when you're out there posting and you're looking to be effective, take into consideration the time of day that people are going to be the most likely to be receiving that content. So here's another thing I want to talk about. Creating this unique content and some of these posts. A lot of people ask, well, how did I do that? I saw that video you created. How did you do that? I saw some of those images. I want to do some custom stuff. How do I do so? So I dug up some great tools for you to use that are very easy, actually. I was sitting here thinking about this webinar, and I'm like, I probably ought to just find a quick image. I'll just make something simple so you can kind of see how easy it is to make an image on the fly. So what I did is, I don't know if you can see let me end this. I'm going to go back to let's see, am I sharing my screen still? I am, huh? Broadcast and share. Sorry, I'm not new to webinar tools. New share. Well, anyways, you can probably see my little video in the corner of the screen. So I've got this little book here, and it's just my notebook. I keep notes in here about stuff I'm working on. But I'm like, this is kind of a cool background, and I've got some core complete here. So why don't I just maybe throw some core on here? I'll take a photo with my phone, and I'll see how that turns out. And it's funny how simple ideas like that can actually turn into pretty cool photos. So what I'll do is I'll share this little video with you that I created on my phone, actually doing that process and adding some filters, and it created a really cool social media feel, like an Instagram type image that's I think is pretty effective. So I'll just play this video for you. That didn't work. Sorry, let's see, Instagram. So is that not going to play? Hey, it's not going to play. Oh, Nick.
Yeah. Uh-oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Technical issue. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like
you're in the right place. Restart the computer.
Yeah.
Maybe don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just kidding.
Let's just restart the computer. Let me try that again. It looked like it started playing there for a minute.
It did, yeah, and then I think the tab switched. Sorry, folks. That folk on occasion have technical difficulties and issues here. Don't worry, it's live, so we're okay, right?
That's a good webinar without some technical issues, right? All right. Well, there is a tool called Canva that is pretty interesting. It's very simple. You download it, it's free, and you can take images and easily share. Oh, here we go. Well, I got it to work. It's spacebar. That's how awesome I am. So anyways, here I'm taking this this little, got my camera out. It's just an iPhone, and I'm sure everybody has a latest and greatest smartphone. So it's pretty easy to create some cool images with some basic filters and some basic features. I laid out some product on this little notebook I have here and positioned it properly and snapped a photo. I actually had people ask me how to do this. So I know that not everybody is a technical whiz. So sometimes it's good to show these simple things. But anyways, I got the photo. I go in here. I'm gonna kind of rotate it because my camera took it a different angle. I rotated to be more horizontal in appearance. And then there's some cool filters built in here that I just kind of swipe through. I like this Vivid Cool filter, but it kind of gave a cool Instagram feel already. And all I've done is just take a picture and basically applied a quick filter. So the cool thing now is that I've got this photo on my phone. I'm going to open Canva, which is the one I told you about. It's a pretty sweet little app that basically can turn anybody into kind of a designer almost. Like it has some pre-built templates and themes. Here I'm going to create a new image, and I'm going to basically hit the plus sign and grab the image I just created. And I've got this image to work with. So I can quickly add some text, and I've got some great templates here. It's pretty cool. You just literally grab it and drop it on there. You notice I took that photo with simply, I created some space to the right there. So I kind of preempted that I would have some text there. So keep that in mind if you're putting text over an image. You don't want it to compete with anything in the background too much. But I like this one here. Let's see. It was this down here a little further. This Congrats Michael Dale. Kind of like that layout. Had some kind of fun text that gave us some character, but also had some nice block text that looked pretty good. So it's really easy. You just click on the text, change the color. That's easy enough. It's already pre-formatted for you. Some of this text at the bottom I decided I wasn't going to use, so I pulled that out just by, I think I just highlighted the text and deleted it. But then I've got to make this image, custom to this product. It's got to be something that's going to be enticing. So I kind of thinking, today, maybe today I need to feel good or something like that. It's a multivitamin. The product is something that does have great supplements in it. It's got great nutrients in it, and so today I need to feel the good is kind of the messaging I thought of when I saw this picture. And it's one of those photos that if you ever spend time on Instagram, you can kind of see what works for people, what gets engagement, and a lot of these lifestyle type photos with sayings do pretty well. So now that I've got this, I can save it to my phone, and I've got a brand new image right there on the spot. I mean, it didn't take much work to do so. Not everyone's a designer, and I get that, and I don't expect everyone to be that. But people were asking about how do I create some custom images on my own that I can put out there. If you're following the brand partner guidelines with Viseo, this might be a great tool for you to be able to do so, because people do want to customize their message, and they may know their audience a little better, so they can put that information in there. I will also show you how to post from Vigniter to Instagram. Nick mentioned earlier that Instagram is a little picky on how they accept images. So we've got an easy way to get Vigniter back office social posts into Instagram as well. The next thing I do want to show you, though, is Instagram. Instagram is getting so many views and visits on a daily basis. I mean, it's growing exponentially. It's a property owned by Facebook, but it's becoming a real marketing, a place where people market pretty heavily. And it's because it's working. It's getting interaction. It's getting people's attention, and people, basically transact on it. And so the next slide I'll show you is how to post. So I've got this image now. How do I post it to Instagram? And not only that, but how do I make it effective, and how do I get views and people to interact with that message or that image? So on this video here, I'll show you real quick. These are all pre-recorded videos on my phone, by the way, so I'll be kind of keeping up with what's going on as they are playing. I figured out the best way to do it without pulling up my phone in the camera. Anyway, so I'm on Instagram here. I'm going to add a new image, and here's some images I was just playing around with earlier, but I'm going to grab that image I just created. Now, Instagram, they like their photos to be square. So you might have to reposition that image, drag it around, resize it. And they also have their own cool filters. So Instagram has its own built-in way to make that image look good. I personally like to do it on my phone because I can kind of confirm the result before I get to this point. But anyways, they have great things. Now what's important to Instagram is that, you know, you've got to have a message that's engaging, but they don't have necessarily a link to the image like Facebook does. So when you saw Nick post that image to Facebook, it went straight to that landing page. Here, it's a little different. With Instagram, you basically need to refer them to a link in your profile or have them message you. So I'm going to post this here. There's a couple things to consider when you're trying to get visibility with Instagram. Number one is having something engaging that looks good and that's attractive. I think we've done that here with this simple image we created. I mean, we took a picture on a notebook and put some text on it, and it looks great. It's going to grab attention. So what I'm saying in this message here is, hey, I've tried a lot of multivitamins in my life, but this is my first super multivitamin. Message me for details or click the link in my profile. I think I just changed that to amazing. Yeah, amazing. So, and then also I noticed that people who use icons tend to get a little more attention on their posts. It's kind of, I don't know why it works, but it does. So now that we've got this great little post ready to go to post to Instagram, we're going to start adding hashtags. This is where it gets exciting, and I've played with this a lot. Hashtags are something that with Instagram and Twitter especially, you can put a lot in there, and you're going to get a lot of visibility. Multivitamins here has 82,000 posts. You know, it's a lot of posts. You know, you can see that's something that is used, but I know there's posts that have a lot more interaction and engagement. So instead of make multivitamins, I'm going to try something else. So what's cool about Instagram is that you can basically type in your hashtag, and it's going to tell you not only, you know, how many posts it has by way of activity, but also other related posts. So you can get some ideas for hashtags right on the fly. Look at this vitamins post. 3.2 million posts related to just the word vitamins. And another great thing about that hashtag is that it's definitely related to what this product is. So it's very targeted for people looking for vitamins. So I've noticed that when you are in Instagram and you're posting posts, the more hashtags you have, you automatically, when you post that, you're going to get likes. You're going to get people following you based on just those hashtags. And basically, find niche stuff that you're interested in, niche interests and stuff like, you know, vitamins, health, working out, different things that you're into. You can basically search by way of hashtags, and then you follow people along those lines, and you get great targeted information. Healthy lifestyle. Look at that hashtag. 35.4 million posts on just that hashtag alone. So when you're kind of dropping in these hashtags, you're basically attaching this image in this post to something that has a lot of activity online. That's what I love about Instagram, I think, is that you can put stuff out there as long as it's engaging and attractive and looks good. You can put some tags on there, and it's going to get attention. I mean, it just works. I do know that Instagram is a program that likes social activity. The way you're going to have success with Instagram is by being social. It's by posting. They recommend posting once a day on Instagram. By interacting with others. When people are clicking on your link and they're clicking on your post or liking it, you want to basically like it back or follow them back if they have a lot of followers. So the more social you are, the more activity you end up getting, and the more followers in the long run you end up getting. And the great thing about followers is they become an audience for you to market to in the future. So look at this life post here, 248 million posts on just the hashtag life. It's amazing. You know, now the thing obviously is that life isn't really, in my opinion, directly related to this product, but it is a good way to get visibility. So again, you're kind of casting a wide net, but you're also casting some very targeted net with some of these keywords. Supplements, 5.4 million posts. So what I love about this, like I said, is that you can see what is getting activity. You can see what people are hashtagging and what people are putting out there. And it's a great way for you to kind of get a pulse on what people are sharing, what they're putting out there. So another thing here is when you do post to Instagram, connect up your Facebook to it, connect your Twitter to it, because when you can post it, you can automatically swipe that button and automatically post it over to your other social networks. And that again gives you more reach, it gives you more visibility, and it gives you more views on this post. So that's posting right now, and off we go. We have a new post on Instagram with a custom image we created in seconds. And we've got this great little post here that we can start seeing how it does. So that is that. I think that's on that video. Yes. So the next thing is posting Vigniter images. Great. I don't want to create images. I'm not a designer, and I don't intend to. So if that's you, then the part of the benefit of Vigniter is that we're working to provide you some great images and great content. And so I will show you quickly how to do something from Vigniter. So I can get this to play again. Hopefully you don't run into the same issue.
Fingers crossed, B. We can do it.
Facebook. I believe. Here we go. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Woo! So I'm back in the back office on my phone here. Like I said, I recorded this earlier, but I'm going to find an image that I like to post to Instagram. I want to keep in mind that that image should fit nicely within a square. The images we have built are primarily for Facebook as far as its ratio is concerned. So this image is a great one because I can basically square off that text as I post it to Instagram. So back in Instagram here, it's kind of, I don't know if you noticed that was really quick, but that post had 2 likes already from complete strangers just based on those hashtags. I have no friends on this Instagram account because it's just a dummy account, and already had 2 likes just by hashtagging it. So it's pretty cool to see that in action. You see people liking your stuff, and it's cool to get that response, and you get the updates through your phone. So anyways, going through the filters here again, trying to make this image kind of unique. I think I found one I liked. It was kind of bright and vibrant, so I went with that. But you're kind of in the same the same scenario here where you're posting an image, and all I had to do from the back office of the Vigniter is just to grab that image and save it to my phone. And if you didn't catch that, basically I swiped up on my iPhone and I hit save image, and it dropped it into my gallery, and now I can upload it to Instagram. So being that it's not in the quick post area of the Vigniter because of the way Instagram works, this is the way to be marketing on Instagram with the images we've pre-built for you. Again, share it to Facebook, and you are off to the races. So let me think if there's anything else on that note. I will show you, though, that you saw that image that I created with the little notebook here, my trusty notebook.
In the Canva app.
I wanted to share some of the images that we've created based on that kind of concept. I literally took all these photos at my desk with my iPhone and created some cool, can you see that, Nick?
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Okay. Good. So I created some great marketing campaigns that are kind of, Instagram feel and design, and it's kind of got this blue tint to it. But I've created these great images just based on that one idea. These will all be available for you shortly in the back office. So kind of a fun little side note there. Back to the hashtagging and visibility. Basically, I think that there's some great resources to help you kind of find out what hashtags I put out there. In addition to Instagram, how they have that wonderful tool where you can basically put in a hashtag or keyword, and all of a sudden you get how many posts are out there. Well, not all social media platforms are like that. Instagram is obviously where I would go to find Instagram trending. Twitter's a little different. Twitter, you can use Twitter to type in hashtags, but you don't get many results. You get maybe 4 or 5. So it's hard to see what's trending. It's hard to see what's related to maybe this product I'm putting out there. So there's a few websites you can go to that are pretty great little tools. Trends Map is one of them. Let me see, I have these open over here somewhere. Okay, Trends Map. So this is very, very interesting tool you can use. This is basically an ongoing live trending hashtag map for Twitter. You can see all of the things that people are posting by region and what's getting the most visibility. So what I like to look at this for is basically ideas. When I'm trying to create a post and I'm trying to maybe we want to post something about one of our products, I'm not sure what to do. You can see there's a lot of political stuff going on in this trend map, and you can see there's a lot of things going on related to current news. But there's opportunities, I think, in some cases that you can find what people are posting about to associate it with a product and associate it with a benefit of a product. So I thought that'd be a cool tool to share with you. Another one is Right Tag, which this is a really cool tool as well. So what this tool will do is you can upload an image and it'll give you actually hashtag suggestions for that image. It's very unique. And then also there's a little text side right here. If I put in like vitamins, minerals, core complete, it's going to give me some hashtag suggestions that I would want to also associate. It's given me vitamins, vitamin, minerals, core, mineral, and core. I don't know if cores and core are going to be related because it's more of a brand name than it is actually what it is. But it's given me some great suggestions already out the gate to start on. Because I like to see not only what's but also what's related, because it's important to make sure you're kind of covering the ground here. Back to Instagram here. When you're looking at this search feature they have here, hit search, I can type in a hashtag, let's say antioxidant. Antioxidant. There is 144,000 posts on antioxidant, but you can start to see what people are putting out there. And on your phone, which is really nice, you can also see how many, what tags are related. So you might find other keywords and tag ideas that are not maybe you're not thinking about that you could drop into your post and get more visibility. But the cool thing about this and why I think it's important is that when you're using hashtags in your Instagram and your Twitter, even Facebook's a little different. It's not so hashtag heavy and friendly as I think Instagram and Twitter are. But with Instagram and Twitter, it's amazing to see when you put something out there with great hashtags, how you do get clicks, you do get visits, you do get people messaging you. And that just opens the door for more opportunity for more clicks and more visits on your pages. Back to that slide here, hashtagify me. I don't know, did I pull that one up? I don't think I did.
No, I didn't see that one.
Let me see, I can pull that one up. I'll just type it in the window here. This is a cool one. This is where this site here will help you kind of find associated hashtags and keywords and things like that. So if I put in vitamins and hit search, this site will give you related hashtags. What are people putting out there that are related to that hashtag? So it's good to see that information. You also see trending popularity trends of that hashtag. You kind of see how it's trending. And there's some other great information. You also see actual tweets out there that people have posted using those hashtags. You can get an idea of the activity that's out there. These are all great tools for people, I think, that really want to try some new social techniques to get more exposure, to get more visibility, and to kind of find out what is working in the market. I think a lot of great social marketers are pretty current with what's going on, and they find a way to attach their product to what is current. So with Facebook, as far as hashtags go, is a little more vague on how it works. A lot of experts agree that it's not harmful to have them, but it's not like it's going to give you a major leg up to have hashtags on Facebook. There are people who are specifically looking for something, and they're more tech savvy. They know how hashtags work, and they will search out Facebook for hashtags. So it doesn't hurt to have that extra exposure. It's just not as, I think, as prevalent as relative and beneficial as maybe Instagram or Twitter would be. So it doesn't hurt to have them. When you are using Facebook hashtags, I've seen people, what they'll do is if they type the words, hey, check out this multivitamin. Multivitamin might be a hashtag. And obviously what that means is it's just has a little pound sign before it. I hope people know what a hashtag is by now. I've talked about it a lot, but basically a hashtag would be just a pound and then the name. So if you were typing in like check out these vitamins, might be a hashtag in the Facebook post, if that makes sense. I use this little text box as an example, but you can I see how people use it on Facebook. Hopefully that makes sense. I will be moving on now. So after that, I think the next thing, if you really want to maximize your online marketing across any social media platform, is to be social. I mean, that's why they're here. That's why these networks exist, and they thrive on that. And they really do like to reward people that are social. And when it comes to the marketing that we are trying to achieve, we're trying to get more conversations, we're trying to get more likes, more comments, and more customers. And in 2018, there's a quote I was reading about. It says, "Don't leave your golden chances for communication behind." In 2018, it's going to continue to be about making relationships and providing feedback when you get the most from you. It's pretty interesting to look at some of the stats. I mean, recently, messaging apps have surpassed social networks. That's crazy to think. I mean, some of the big four messaging apps are WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, WeChat, and Viber, but they're starting to surpass social networks in usage. And I think marketers are really starting to realize that there's such a great opportunity there to market with Messenger and with these communication apps. People like to have interaction. They like to be social. And when you have somebody who's on your page and you put a post out there and they comment on it or they like it, engage with that. Comment back, like it. Those kind of things are going to help you start those conversations. They're going to help you get more visibility. And especially Instagram, they reward people who have that activity. So make sure that you're engaging with that. The Messenger strategy results. This is as it relates to online marketing. When someone's gone from a click to a landing page compared to click to a messenger, the results has been a 242% higher open rate and a 619% higher click rate through to that next step. And why do you think that is? It's because there's a conversation that's taking place. It's a personal one-on-one conversation that's taking place between a brand and a potential customer. So when you put something out and you say, hey, message me for details, or hey, if you want to learn more, message me or click my link, and if someone messages you, that really is a huge opportunity for you to engage with that customer. And I really encourage you to do so. It's pretty simple to do as far as Messenger goes. If you haven't seen how Facebook Messenger works, it's very simple. When you're on, let's see, I'll go to Paseo. Go to Paseo's page. There we are. And right here, send message. This button right here pops open, basically a message window. And that's how simple Messenger is when you're on Facebook. When you're on your phone, it's the same thing. It pops open a new app. But the great thing is when someone messages you, messages you. I think I can talk straight. You're going to get that notification on your phone right then and there, so you can quickly engage with that person. I mean, that is just that is a hot iron. Strike that as it comes, because it is really a great opportunity to create that relationship and to create a buyer and to create a customer, and then also a relationship that can lead into greater things for your Paseo business. Back to my account here, I can show you real quick how easy it is to interact with Messenger. So I've got this little chat window down here. I'm on my page. I'm going to send a new message I'll just send it to myself just for demonstration purposes. But if I was in the conversation with someone, it would look similar to this. Back to my back office here. I'm going to grab this social media image. Oh, log me out. Let's see. I'll just get in with this real quick. So back here, my social media, and I'm going to share this. So copy the link back to my Facebook, and I could just say, They thought you would love this. Post it, and then automatically it pulls in the image, it pulls in the text, and then if I post that, it's going to create that text to that person. They can click on it right away, and all of a sudden they're on their landing page. So it's just a very personal, intimate way to interact with customers that is going to have a lot higher result if you can get that customer to that point. And to do so, it's very simple. Just when you put a social post out there, as you saw Nick demonstrate, to post that image on Facebook, include that link to your page, but also say, hey, message me if you're interested, or if you have any questions, let me know how I'd love to tell you how this product has affected me and how many ways it has. So it's something to really consider. If you can get people on Messenger, you've got a great starting point for a great relationship with that person and a higher success rate than you would just by a click. So I think that is going to wrap up our webinar because I know we're running out of time. I don't even know where we're at. I'm trying to keep it within an hour.
It's so much stuff, guys, here. And I think the thing that's important is at every level you can participate in this. If you share Facebook posts, if you keep it simple, if you want to go deep into Instagram, if you want to go deep into any of these opportunities, one thing is important: be authentic, be you. As we said when we first introduced Vigniter to the world, there's no replacement for you. And as you are engaging with people, people feel that authenticity. They feel what you're doing. And if you can make sure that those links are available, they're going to be able to click on that link and come in. If you are checking your back office, you'll find that there's more images, there's more things available for you to be able to share. And again, if you'd like us to start sending some traffic to you, now's the time. Next week, we're going to be starting to do that as well. But it also, Bronson, it always feels like we don't quite have enough time. We're going to have to do some more of these to help dive into this. But if you have questions, send them to us. This webinar comes completely from the questions that we've been getting and some of the additional things that we want to share with you. So please, please keep it up. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing to make Viseo a success. And we feel that every day that we're working with you. It's very, very fun and very exciting and very rewarding for us on a personal level to be able to help you guys in your goal and spreading the goodness that is Viseo.
Yeah, and I see a lot happening out there. I see a lot of action and orders and sales and stuff like that. And I've heard a lot of people just rave about how much the system is helping their team and helping their business. And I'd love to hear about that as well. If you have specific stories, we would love to start hearing about those, because I think we want to start highlighting that and some of that success for others and whatnot. So please let us know. Again, these images you've seen today, we're going to have live in the back office, so you'll have those available to start sharing, along with some new ones. We have some other ones we haven't even seen yet that we're going to put back there, so you will have new tools, new marketing to share. And I hope this has been helpful. I know it's kind of a lot to take in, and there's a lot there. Some people are more tech savvy than others, and some are a little, just a little whirlwind that just happened, and some are just, excited, and maybe some are even above our heads. So hopefully the bulk of everyone had got something great out of this, and will continue to do so. So I think with that, we're going to end this webinar. Again, if you have questions, sorry that we can't answer them on this webinar. We've got a lot of people on it, so just make sure you reach out to us in the back office, and we'll be sure to take care of you. Again, thank you all, and hope to see you out there.
Sounds good.
See ya.